This AI-powered lead magnet system will create a unique 90-day plan for every single customer that you have. It basically starts on this website here. Again, I'll show you how you build everything step by step in this video. We get their name, we get some information about them, what they want to go for. Once they've gone through this form, entered their information, given their email, given their name, and a few questions, whatever we want, they submit. Once they've done that, they come through to this system here. We grab it, we create a unique bespoke 90-day plan based on information about your business. It's very unique based on that application. We create a brand new PDF with that, and then we send it to them on email. On top of that, we also add them to our mailing list, meaning this is an incredible way to gain email subscribers so you can build your list and help to monetize it. They get this email, which is really cool. You can scroll down the right, you can see that. And we've got this really cool button here that says, hey, book your strategy call. So again, if they want to, they can lock in with you for like a 15-minute discovery call or whatever you like. And the PDF itself has got gradient background. It's got a really specific 90-day plan, and you can customize this in any way that you like. And the cool thing here, guys, once they complete this and submit it, and let's just say they select this and they go on to the next page, they then get redirected to a success page that says, hey, thank you for submitting. And look at this right here. It'll pop up in a moment where they have the opportunity, if they wanted, to book a meeting with you directly. It's really easy. It's really straightforward. I'll show you exactly how to build everything in this automation step by step. My name's Jack, my School community and my YouTube channel. We're about three things. We're about the latest AI. We are about incredible automations. But most importantly, we are about the stuff that actually works. So if you haven't already, grab that coffee, that flat white, and let's dive straight in. And as always, all the blueprints, the agents, the guides for all the automations I do are in the School community. So all you ever have to do is come down, we're gonna input the blueprint, we pick the JSON, we save, and then it populates automatically. And if you just don't know where that is, in the School community itself, all you do is come down to Jack's AI Automations. You select from so many, some that are on your channel, some that aren't, upload me to make, and the entire store populates automatically. But what we're gonna do in this video together, guys, is we're gonna build this together step by step. So structurally, here's how this is going to work. We're going to create this really cool website on Carrd, which is like insane. You can have like 20, 50 websites for like pennies. It's insane. And we're going to embed a form into it. So we're going to have two pages. One is our lead capture, where we ask the questions on the website. Once that's completed, they're then going to get forwarded to a success welcome page. And then all we're going to do really is just sort of grab that information, throw it through our really simple system, get them a unique email out there, and then also build up our subscriber database. That could be MailChimp, but basically substitute that for anything that you like. So what I'd like to do is start with Carrd, and I'll try and show you some of the best practices that I've learned. So I went to the School Games, met Alex Hormozi and others last week in Vegas, and I'll share some of the things that we talked about with email marketing and how epic that was. So what I want to do, I guess, initially is to start off on Carrd.co. Now, when I built my first business, our website got to like 50,000 unique visitors again, and I actually built that on WordPress. So if you start from the beginning, you can choose a starting point, open dashboard, it's based on you. If I were doing it again from scratch, guys, I would actually use something like Carrd. They're not a sponsored video or anything like that, but for simple one-page landing pages, it crushes it. Now, the key thing I want you to bear in mind with this is simplicity. The simpler it is, remember, one touch point, one action, okay? So for example, right, if you check out this thing that I built here on AI Automation Resources, which is where basically I'm gonna give away all, when I give away free resources, I have them on this page here. I get the first name, email, ask if you'd like to join my newsletter, and they just submit. And that's it. I don't have any promotional videos. It's really as simple as that. And I just want to draw this point because this automation is in service of you either making money or selling this to an AI automation as part of an AI automation agency. So I want to give you like the tips and things that I've learned along the way. Even though, for example, right, if you check out my homepage on my School community, this is full of success stories, like all the people that are making money on my community, like 10K, 20K, first automation, this. I deliberately don't include it here. And I do that specifically to make the journey really simple. So just think about it from the customer's perspective. They land on, we get as little information as possible. It's no catch. That's the idea. No catch, really simple, they go. So I want you to bear that in mind when you're thinking about this automation, okay? So if I come back here, you won't see this. If you're just starting from a brand new, you go and choose starting point. What encourage, have a look around. See what fits your brand. These are all one-page websites, which is why all we do is we create two of them, and you can get loads of them on the plan. I'll put a link down below so you can check it. So basically select one that you like the look of. For me, I'm just gonna show you the one that I built earlier, which I think is really cool. I'm gonna open this one here. Okay, nice. I upload a photo. I'd recommend that you are the brand. Try not to, where possible, have an image of yourself. People love to buy from people. and people that they know, okay? So we have that, and I keep it really simple. I may have these things down here, as well as links like School Community, Instagram, and YouTube, just so that if they want to press buttons and check out, they can do, but it's not the main focus. Now, what we're going to do is integrate a form. There's many incredible forms we could do. We could do Tallyform. We're going to use Paperform in this one, just as a for instance. So to do that, we're going to head over to paperform.co and create a new form. Now, the reason I built this in Paperform really is for aesthetics. So you'll actually notice that there's no other text on this page. I've done that deliberately just so that it's very congruent and makes a lot of sense, because it can just take hassle in terms of alignment. So we head over to paperform.com, and all you're going to do, guys, is create questions. I recommend emoji at the beginning of the title just because the emojis are aligned on the left-hand side, then it makes it easier. We can add new blocks really easily. So if I come down, for example, add another question, the way that Paperform works is you select on this, text, email, URL, yes, no, blah, 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 all the different ones that you want. Tally is also exceptional for this as well. It's really good. So I'm going to get rid of this question. I'm going to come up here. So first name, text, awesome. Your email, perfect. You can get last name if you want to. It's really a matter of preferences. I don't really think you need last name though, personally. I don't really see the value in it. That's why I go first name. Where are you at currently? And what we can do is when you click on this, you'll see on the right-hand side, you can just update options. So I like the multiple choice aspect of it, as you could see in the form that I built here, right? Which is right over here. Where are you at currently? Side hustle, they just get to choose. Now, the AI guys, every submission we get is going to be very unique, because if there may be their wellness coaching, and if they do other, they can specify it there. It's really, really cool, right? They can come down, they can add all these different information. So every output they get is going to be very unique. So I quite like the multiple choice aspect to it. It's easier than having them write stuff. Think about that your lead magnet or your funnel will be consumed by somebody who's got a million things to do and they're very rushed. So bear that in mind when you're writing copy and you're doing videos. You just try and think about it through that lens, rather than assuming they've got 20 minutes to do your form. The amount of forms I've seen that take 50 minutes is crazy. So we mark it as required. And crucially, what do? They just have all these different options. Now, if I come on this one here, what products do you want to offer? So this one, I've just done it as a wellness one because somebody in my community said, hey, I asked them, what videos do you want me to do? And they were like, dude, I would love you to do one on wellness right here. Katrin, she asked, and so Katrin, this one is for you because you love it. And I guess you're in the wellness space, so awesome. So we have these different things. They can select other on the form itself. And also what you can actually do here is select this, which is include another option where they can specify the action. So we've got, where are you currently? What products do you want to offer? If you could only have one of the below in the next 90 days, which is it? So this helps us understand their priorities, right? Then we've got your biggest challenges. So what is it they want? We could make this multi-choice. It's completely our call. And then crucially at the end, what specific skills or experiences do you bring to your wellness business to help us specify that and make it more interesting? And crucially, guys, if it's a multi-text field, I recommend you allow multiple lines of text and actually have this number here so it looks like you do want more stuff. Now, once you've designed the form that you want, you can click on theme and appearance, make it look really nice and tasty. Beautiful. You're going to go on to share in the top right, and you're going to go to social and URL like so. And all we're going to do is come to embed, and then you're going to see this inline embed, and you're going to control and C. You're going to head back over to the page that we had in. You click on this. If you're adding something new, the block that you want, guys, is simply embed, okay? Bring it up. It's all drag and drop, really straightforward. You click on it. If it lets me click on it, you come over to code, you control V, and it's as simple as that. And then just click done down below. Now I'm just going to delete this because we already did it. That's cool. Now what we also want to do next, guys, is build a secondary page. Now this is completely optional, but what you can do in Paperform is on after submission, we can click the success page and redirects. So down here, I've said, look, when someone submits this page, send them to another page. So what we would do here is we would come back onto card.co. We're going to leave this one because we're fine. And you just duplicate the sites. It's exactly the same branding. Hit this duplicate button. And on this one, we do exactly the same thing. We say, hey, your plan is on the way. If you'd ever like to chat about strategy, feel free to drop something in the calendar. So we've confirmed that everything's done. And you know what? If they want to book some time directly, we give them the option to do that. But hey, it's nonchalant. We don't mind if they don't. Now, if you're integrated with Calendly, one of the things that you can do, if I can find out which page it is, I believe it is over here. Cool. So if I come back over to Calendly, for example, I've got this random one I mentioned. I come over, I click share, and you see here, we've got add to website. You're going to do an inline embed. You're going to click continue, and you've got this beautiful code. You're just going to control and see that. You're going to come back over to your plan's on the way. You add another embed module right here. Click on this, scroll down, enter it there. And what does that mean? It means that when they submit it, they're going to see a beautiful calendar that they can book some time with you and get that done directly. So if your funnel is add value, now think about your funnel as like you're trying to jab, jab, jab. So I spoke to Alex, and he's actually jumping onto sort of like email marketing quite a bit more now. And I said, good, Gary Vee has this thing of you jab, 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 right hook. In terms of you give value, give value, give value, and then you give an ask. The longer the runway, the greater the plane can take off on it, right? And I said, what's your give to ask ratio, Alex? And he said, basically, I just give 100%. I don't actually ask. So that's just something to think about in terms of like your email stuff. So you can have, hey, if you do want these things, the buttons are here, but there's no explicit asks. We're just focused on adding value to people. Now, let's start and building this form. So what we've done now, okay, let's just recap. We've created a website, awesome. We've created a paper form, incredible. And we've created a secondary form that we're going to send them to. Now, once you've created this second website, guys, you're going to copy the URL. You're going to come over to here and just put it on enable redirect on submission, and then you can enter information there. You can also have dynamic success pages. So if they have different options, we could say, hey, if they said blue, send them here. If they said red, send them there. So you can kind of experiment and have some good fun with it. Now, what we want to do is we want to come over and create a brand new scenario here. And we will call this one, let's just get rid of all this stuff. Call this one lead magnet system BTG, which is code for build together. Now we're going to come over, we're going to add a module. If you're using Tally, use Tally. If not, you can use Paperform, whatever you fancy. Paperform, we come here, new submission. Now, essentially the second somebody submits, it will grab the information and bring it directly into Makeforward. So we click on add hook like so. And you know, guys, it's a really nice, simple submission. But to be honest with you, sometimes the most powerful automations can be the simple ones. And realistically, with email marketing and stuff, it genuinely sometimes is just about the basics. Do you know what I mean? It's like sometimes it's good to have those beautiful automations. I am going to leave this one, that's fine. But in reality, it's just about the basics. So what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to come and run once. Beautiful. So let's go and test out our beautiful automation. I believe this is one here. We're going to open this into a new page and get it out. All right. There we go. All right, let's do this. So we'll go Jack. We'll do email. You can select an email form. It basically means it will like make you decide it. And we'll just select some random options. Obviously, you can customize all the colors along with your brand. And we'll just BCCC. And then we click submit. This is now submitting. It's loading, giving it a second. And then boom, we should be redirected to a brand new page that congratulates us and lets us book a meeting if we want to. Now, guys, this is so ridiculously easy. It's insane. I come over and would you believe it? Almost by magic, it's pulled through everything we've got. We even know what device am I on? It knows I'm on Chrome. Well, I'm actually on Brave, but yeah, I guess it's spelled on Chrome, isn't it? So we come down, let's have a look at the data we've got. And then this, guys, is all of the information that we had, which is pretty flipping epic. Cool. So we've got the data in paper form. The next thing we do, we come over, we're going to add a router. And we're going to send down 2 tracks. Now, obviously, one of the questions can be, do you want to join my newsletter? And then what we can do is add a filter in here. To do that, you would right click on this, you'd label and you'd say email filter, which is what I will do if people want resources from me that I give. If they say they want to join a newsletter, awesome, then they get on this route. And if they don't, they never will. So the condition would then just simply be, you'd select, let's just say for argument's sake that, I don't know, this one here is, do you want it? I'd say if the value equals, or actually I prefer case insensitive, yes, then send them down, which means that only people that have or say that word yes will come down for that question. So that's just something to include if you want to have that. Obviously, based on your use cases, it can be very, very different. So I'm going to go and add in MailChimp. Again, to substitute this form that you want, we're going to go to add or update a subscriber, which is cool. Select a list ID. We're going to go with it's Jack. And then we get the email address. So again, I believe that was the second thing that we captured, wasn't it? There you go, jack@outlook.com. And then the first name we captured over here, which is simply Jack. And we come down. MailChimp likes birthday for some reason. I guess they want to send like birthday. To be fair, it's quite a good marketing thing they do, like free X on your birthday. So it's quite nice. But if you capture that, that's awesome. And then we can add notes. So we could, for example, in the notes section say, hey, this is what their income range is. So we can kind of then segment it actually with our email marketing strategy. Say, hey, this one's going to your high earners. This one's going to your low earners or medium earners or whatever you want. So we could say, maybe we just say, hey, that's our goal. Beautiful. And then we click, okay, phenomenal. Now, the next thing we want to do, guys, quite simply, is create then the bespoke 90-day plan. Now, we had in our community a lady called Evelyn Wise. She's doing multiple 100Ks in income, and she's like the queen of low ticket, and she's the queen of like email marketing. And one of the things that she actually went on about, I wonder if I can find it actually. I think it's like low ticket business growth. One of the things that she was really talking about actually in this video was about lead magnets, and she does a lot of really interesting stuff on lead magnet. She put quite a lot of effort into this presentation actually. One of the things I thought was really fascinating about that is that the lead magnets shouldn't actually take that long to make. Like, generally speaking, you don't want to spend weeks doing it. Now, the beauty about what we do on this channel and here together, and what we focus on in terms of the latest AI and the latest automation, is the fact that we can leverage now these AI models plus your knowledge, your style, your voice to create something that's pretty flipping spectacular and custom. Every lead magnet you've probably ever seen, how many times you get a custom lead magnet? The answer is probably not that many until you do this video, because when you follow this system, it's going to be completely custom, which is like ridiculous. Because think of the number of combinations, right? Based on all the stuff that they can select. Like, I've got hit, like, it's absolutely insane. So this is really like one of the strongest use cases for AI in terms of marketing, whether you're trying to sell this to an agency or whoever it is. It's absolutely flipping crazy. So let me show you as an example the 90-day plan. Now, I played around with this a little bit. It took a bit of cajoling. It will populate automatically if you upload the resource. So let's have a quick check of this. Okay. You're a professional business strategist specializing in wellness entrepreneurship. Using the client's form responses, create a beautifully formatted, actionable 90-day business plan. Follow these specific instructions. So let me just come down and copy this information real quick, and we're going to build it into our scenario. All right. So we're going to use Claude. I like Claude because the language it gives us, I feel, is just a little bit more conversational, to be honest with you. I just prefer it. I just prefer the way that it sounds at the moment. Come down, content type is going to be text, and then we're going to add this prompt. Now, what we do with Claude, guys, is you see here, current business stage. So when we, whatever information you've specified, we're going to add it here. So where are you currently? And we say, hey, this is their current business stage. Chosen wellness service products, okay? Yoga classes and training. Their 12-month goals. We're going to come down here, launching products and services. Current challenges are this one here, which is marketing and social media. Beautiful. And then skills and experience is going to be down here, which is this one here. Cool. Pretty sweet, right? And the other thing I wanted to do, like a little hack, by the way, is personalize. People love personalization. Like, welcome, Jack. It's like, it's so much better than, hey, subscriber. And also, the good little hack is when you write messages, even if you're writing emails, don't write it to the plural, write it to the individual. So pretend that you're writing it to one person. It feels way more direct and personal to the person receiving it. It's why, for example, in my community, I always say, hey, AI automator, and I address it to you in particular, rather than using a plural to say, hey, guys, because it doesn't feel like you're actually talking to the person. So it's just a nice little thing to bear in mind with your content copy and stuff. So we've got personal greetings, which I always recommend that you do. So for this, we've got their name. So let's just add this in. And again, guys, the beauty of this, we just get whatever information we want and we just add it in. It's pretty fripping cool. So we come down, and then what I've done is now, based on the path they've chosen, the 12-week roadmap is going to look a little bit different based on if they're just green at starting or a little bit more advanced. So we kind of say, look, this is the path we want them to go down, and you can make this prompt like insane if you want to. I'd probably spend like quite a bit of time just getting this prompt perfect for your use case and playing around with it. But we kind of give a good overview, and then we say, look, if they're on a growth path, focus on these things. If they're on a scaling path, focus on these things, etc., etc. And then crucially, for consistency's sake, we specify the HTML output structure, the font we want. Always do a good font. Font is just an easy way to make it look way more premium. So we're going to use Montserrat in this example. We talk about the gradient backgrounds, all the things that we want. And then we've got here, which is the weekly task structure, which is fantastic. And then the end section, which is a CTA with our calendar link. So let's add that one in there, shall we, for example? Let's go back over to Calendly. Let's come off this one. And I think we can just share and get a link, I believe. Awesome. And we come back over to our scenario. And then we put that in there. Beautiful. Writing guidelines. Keep it real and conversational, write like you're talking to a friend. So if you don't specify these writing guidelines, it will just sound too robotic. You can also use my tone of voice automation that can capture your tone of voice like a 12-step system. It's really cool. It's all on my YouTube channel. For each week, include the main thing, blah, blah, blah. Remember to keep everything specific in the wellness niche, blah, blah, blah. Easy peasy. Lemony squeezy. Cool. And of course, guys, we're not savages, so we need to rename this one. We'll call this one 90-day plan. Awesome. The next thing, guys, we're gonna use a really epic tool. I love this one. It's HTML to PDF, because we could send it in an email body, but it doesn't look as cool unless it's like in the PDF, right? So do HTML to PDF, go on pdf.co, and let's just do HTML to PDF like that. Bada bing, bada bum. If you're using this for the first time, just head over to pdf.co, create a free account. It'll give you a connection, and then it's all completely connected and super easy to do. Convert type is going to be HTML to PDF. Import code is quite simply just the text response from Claude. The output file name, I'm just going to go with that.pdf. I'm going to come down, portrait, letter, render background, that's all fine, and then download file is cool. And then crucially, guys, the final step is just going to be Gmail or whatever you want. Now, you'll be sending this email directly, so you just like send an email. What I'm going to do is, just because this is just an example, I'm going to do create a draft. Once again, I want just to verify connection. I'll do that in a moment. Come down to email address, and I think we got that right. Yeah, we pretty much got that in the second question. So we're going to come down here, click on this guy. Subject is going to be, again, we'll personalize. So hey, automation, and then we've got the content down below, and the content is quite simply going to be, well, actually we want to kind of create the content. So what is the content we want to do? Now you can go to, basically this will be populating automation if you just want to grab it. The one that I'm going to use here is this code here, which is pretty flipping cool, which has your personalized plan is ready. Inside your plan, you'll find and just you see how it just looks better. Like the fact that we've got these nice boxes, we've got book your strategy call, and look how it moves up and down. Like I'm a sucker for confetti. I'm a sucker for gradient boxes with white contrast. I love that sort of stuff, okay? So it's cool. Best wishes, Jack. And then you can add new things. You can customize it. So I'm going to copy this prompt. Let's go back over to the thing now, and we're hitting content. And by the way, guys, obviously, if you do want the blueprints and school community, we've at the moment got a 7-day free trial, which means that you can join completely risk-free. And if at any point in that 7 days, you think, hey, Jack, I'm not loving it. I don't like the blueprints. I don't like the vibe of the group. I think you'll love it. At any point whatsoever, you can just sort of leave. It's completely no hassle. It's completely risk-free. We back it. We love it so much. We think that you're going to absolutely love it, which is why we've got a 7-day free trial. So you can come in, poke around, see what you think, have a good time, and level up to help you reach your goals, whether you want to make more money or just like learn about AI automations. I'm really proud of our community. It's a pride and joy. It really is. So we've got this. Free trials generally are really cool. I'll probably do a video on that in the future, actually talking about like some cool stuff on that. But crucially, guys, we want to add in attachments, right? So come to attachments, and can you see how like automatically it's selected this pdf.co? How cool is that, right? Then I'm going to select OK. Now, what I need to do is validate my connection, because Gmail on a daily basis now just wants to make sure that I'm really okay with it. And once we've appeased the Google Gmail overlords, we pick the folder. The folder in this case is just going to be drafts. For you, you'll just send it directly. That's awesome. Everything's done. We like the look of that, which is great. We just need to specify now their first name in the email, which is cool. So we use their name. It's like, what do they say? The most beautiful word in the English language is your own name. That's one to think about over coffee, or maybe there's more of a wine conversation. I don't know. So we click OK on that. And guys, I think we're pretty set to go now. So we're going to auto align this one. We're going to save this one. And then what do? We're going to run this one. Cool. So let's go back over now and run through the whole system step by step. So let's go back to our initial page. And let's just, let's answer this. Okay, cool. So let's see. My first name is Ben. My email is ben@outlook.com. I'm going to have so many fake emails in my MailChimp now. It's going to be crazy, isn't it? Let's say that I'm starting out. Let's say I want to do organic, natural skincare products. If I could only have one of the below in the next 90 days, I'd like to increase my revenue. My biggest challenge. Don't you love, by the way, this kind of like background that's moving stuff? I think it's really cool. Funding and finances. What specific skills or experiences? I say, hey, I have been in the wellness space for 5 years. I am a PhD skincare student. I know a lot about the science of the products, okay? Boom, I click submit. It's now submitting. One thing I'd recommend you do as well, guys, with the email is try to have like one color or two colors. Multicolority is good. I think based on what you're going for, you want to keep it quite crisp. So you don't want like every question changing color. I think it's good to have a nice color palette and stick with it. If you're unsure, simpler is usually better than more complicated. And we've got a 30-minute meeting they can book and a plan's on the way. I come back now to automation. Immediately, it's sent it down to create a 90-day plan. One little hack I want to give you as well is this website here. It's called coolors.co. I use this to build the color palette of my last business. It's so flipping cool. Basically, every time you hit enter, every one of the colors changes, and you can come down here, you can lock it. Let's just say, well, like this one, let's lock that. And you can basically end up with a really cool color palette that you like, and then you get the hex codes, so you can copy that and then put it in any place you want to. I'll put a link down below, so you can check that out if you like. Anyway, back to the automation. The 90-day plan is now being created, which is pretty flipping cool. And the cool thing about this, guys, is like everybody that does this automation is going to have a completely different tone of voice and style, and it's all going to be unique based on A, what the customer says, and B, like what you want or what you think good practice is. So one of the things I recommend that you do is actually to add in an example of what excellent looks like. So we've got the PDF, which is phenomenal. We've got the HTML. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look. Text, long string, lots of beautiful things in here. That's phenomenal. PDF is now taking that from HTML into making a really cool PDF. And then once that's done, it's going to be sent over to Gmail as a draft. So we give that a moment to complete. And then it should add to MailChimp. So we'll now have that individual's information, and MailChimp is adding them in. And when you look at that, guys, we've now got them there. So let's head over to Gmail and see exactly what they got. And just like, guys, we've got, hey there, skincare entrepreneur. Current stage is where I'm starting out. And you can scroll down and you can see this entire step-by-step process. Now, basically, guys, that's the entire automation in a nutshell. We've gone from beginning to end. I really hope you found this video helpful. In any case, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you in the next video.